Howdy, Simmers. Welcome to the final Glimmerbrook renovation, except today it's not actually a renovation. For those who don't know, I've been going through Glimmerbrook, which is the world that came with Realm of Magic, and I have renovated every single one of these builds. Now, these are not the renovated versions, but you can find them on the gallery. I have my ID in the description for you guys if you would like to check them out. But today we are working with this Glimmerbrook watch lot, which is just an empty lot in this world. So here's what the lot looks like by default. It is an empty 30 by 20 lot, so pretty decently sized. This is normally a residential lot. It's got the mailbox already here. We have this kind of nice, like, entrance way up to the lot. And then we have just a lot of trees and some kind of light landscaping stuff going on. So this is what we're working with. I actually ended up turning this into a community lot instead of keeping it as a residential. Glimmerbrook comes with 1 community lot and 5 residential lots, including the empty one that we're building on. So because I changed this into a community lot, I kind of had to think about what would best fit this world. And I came up with a library. It's something very kind of mundane, but you can make it magical because Glimmerbrook is supposed to be kind of the world that spellcasters hide out in to mingle with, like, normal society. So I wanted to kind of incorporate something, still kind of on the normal side, but make it, magical inspired, because the idea that I had with these renovations for this whole world was to make them more magical, kind of incorporate more from the actual magic realm into the normal world. So that's kind of what I did here. We're going with kind of a whimsical feel. And I'm really happy that actually that this is the kind of final stuff for Glimmerbrook, because I'm gonna be real honest with you guys, I am so sick of the Realm of Magic stuff. I've used it so often lately that I'm just, like, totally done with it. But I think this came out nice. I actually, to tie this in with kind of the rest of my renovations, I used a similar color scheme to one of the house renovations that I did. So I'm using a kind of like white and brown, little bit of green kind of scheme going on this one, just to kind of make it match with a build that I previously did. So, because that house kind of felt out of place amongst, like, all of the darker color schemes I've gone with for the other things. So I wanted to kind of bring this back a little bit. So yeah, the library I feel is actually really small. So I don't know. I feel like everything ended up being kind of cramped in the end, but I really liked it. And I did notice at some point that the wallpaper I had chosen was one of the ones that had, like, the pre-columns on it, I guess. I don't know how to, I don't know what to call it. But basically just this really kind of irritating wallpaper. So I ended up switching it out with a different stone because I did not want to deal with the pre-column situation. And yeah, on the inside, I go for a lot of, like, I don't know, I don't want to say darker tones, really, but I wanted it to feel like a cozy space, and I do feel like the darker tones make it a little more cozy. But I gave them this little nook on a platform over here. So we've got a fuzzy couch from the Book Nook kit, and then I think I actually do use quite a bit of stuff from the Book Nook kit in here, just because I felt like it was right to use. So we've got some shelves on here, and honestly, the bookshelves really worked for this because it kind of gave the illusion that the books were, like, floating to stay on the shelves, so it had that kind of magical vibe to me. And yeah. I'm gonna be honest, I built this several weeks ago at this point. I don't remember much about this build. I did go into, looks like, debug to pull out a few Realm of Magic things, so, like, potions and some spell books and that kind of stuff, because I didn't want it to be, like, fully mundane. Obviously, the goal is to make this more magical. This is a library, but this is definitely a place where spellcasters can come and hang out and just do some activities. And I honestly kind of thought about making it into a rec center for a little bit, just because of all the stuff I was adding. I have a cauldron in here at some point, and obviously chess table. Just, I met the requirements of the library. So yeah, but I added in an extra element, and I don't know. I think the library idea works better than a rec center. I feel like a rec center is a little too chaotic for what Glimmerbrook is and kind of the vibe of the whole world. And yeah, I just didn't think it would work. I am putting a bathroom in the same section where there is a glass roof. And I apologize for that. I did not think about that when I was building originally, because my original plan was to put the bathroom upstairs. And then that didn't happen because of the layout I ended up going with. And so, bathroom got moved to downstairs. So there's just a glass roof in the bathroom. So no one's gonna see your Sims anyway, unless it's like a Sim flying overhead on a broom. But I highly doubt that's gonna be the case. So yeah, I put a bunch of these book stacks just everywhere. I imagine most like spellcasters would actually be very cluttered and disoriented, so there would just be piles and piles of books left basically everywhere. So, or at least anywhere where they can just like, I don't know, get cozy with the book, and then suddenly they've just forgotten to put all the books back, and there's just a stack next to them. So, spellcaster bookworms. This is the perfect spot for them. So, we have some gardening stuff in here as well. I decided to add in some planters because I wanted to get the cauldron in here. And I was like, okay, we can do a little like community gardening space here, and then they make their potions in here and all as well. And yeah. That we're bringing back the floating bookshelves over here. And I think that is probably it for most of the inside. So I can't remember what else I really added in here. I think I go around just trying to find things to make it more magical. Oh yeah, I did delete one of those arches, didn't I? Yeah, because I wanted to get more magic stuff in here, and I didn't have the room with the double arches. So, which, the double arch was kind of a weird idea in the first place. It was a really weird spot for that second one, because it had that kind of corner to the nook there, so it was a little closed in. But, yeah. Am I building with medium wall height here? I might have been. I don't know. I seem to be doing that a lot lately. I think it just looked better in this case. So yeah, it's either on medium or large wall height for this build, which I know is a little strange, but it is what it is. The outside, I believe, is just landscaping. I don't do a lot of stuff with the outside. I didn't give it a backyard space or anything, obviously. It's a library, not a house. But yeah, I do think I'm gonna go ahead and hop into the game and just show you the build, because we really don't do much else here. So here's the build, and I don't know why it's decorated with like holiday stuff. This is just an effect of whatever is going on in this save. It's not like this on the gallery, I promise. But let's go ahead and head this way. I think this came out really, really nice. So I do like the lighter color scheme that I've gone with here. We have a little pathway here leading up to the front door. Right through the front door, we have our little like cozy seating section that I really, really like. So just coming in through the door, I already feel very peaceful, but also like it gives magical to me, I think. So over here, we just have a few little decorations around. And then if you come this way, we have our chess table where it looks like Bella Goth is currently hanging out right now. Playing a game of chess on her own. We have our kind of magical section here, again with that glass roof, letting in all the light. We have our little bathroom in here. Again, glass roof. Ooh. And then if we come back this way, we have the stairs. Looks like the decorations are glitching into the build, of course. But let's head upstairs. And through here, we have the actual, like, library part. We have a few bookshelves around, and then all the computers. Looks like we have Mortimer Goth here. And then at least one spellcaster. I don't know who this other person is. Might just be a random generated sim. But yeah, that is the build. I have to say, I do think that I like the downstairs area a lot more than the upstairs. I think the downstairs is just a little bit cozier, whereas upstairs is the more like maybe public zone. I don't know. But yeah, downstairs is definitely where I'd probably want to be to hang out and just, yeah. But that's the build. I think it came out really nice, and I think that it fits in very nicely with the world of Glimmerbrook. If you'd like to download this, it is available on the gallery under TheSimmingKoalaa with 2 A's at the end. It's called Glimmerbooks, because library, it's in Glimmerbrook. You get it. But it's actually been on the gallery for a little bit now, so if you didn't know it was there, now you do. I hope you all like the build and that you can find some use for it in any of your Glimmerbrook saves. I had a lot of fun with it, honestly. It was kind of nice building something from scratch again and not just renovating, especially trying to fit it into the style of Glimmerbrook, which I have a hard time fitting builds into the styles of worlds anyway. I think I did pretty good though on this one, so let me know what you guys think, and with that I'm gonna go. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, subscribe to the channel, and make sure you have notifications on so you don't miss anything. Be sure to follow my socials, links are below. I'll see y'all soon. Bye.